Thank you, Ashwarya. Thank you, Chairperson and Chairman of Energy and Environment Foundation, Mr. Anil Razdan, who is here. In your presence, I'm just starting this session. We are late by 5 minutes. Time is very important for each and everybody. I can assure you one thing only while starting this session, that next year you will find much more participant from international companies. This is my assurance. With this assurance, I will start this session. And this session is Emerging Challenges of Oil Spill Trends, Technology and Concern. Why oil spill is very important. You know, most of the planet or Earth is surrounded by water. And water is about 93%. There is a scarcity of water, and without water, it is nothing. So clean water is a requirement for our energy purpose also, for hydrogen purpose also, for the marine creatures also we are concerned for them. Without wasting much, I will request a very eminent person and from a very eminent company, Lambor, Mr. Sanjay Sharma, to address. His address is very important for all of us in oil spill because this company is a leader in oil spill management. Thank you, Sanjay Sharma, for excellent presentation and creating awareness among the future leaders of our country. I agree with you, if 1% is taken care, take home from each and everybody, then job is done. I will not take much time and request another eminent person, Mr. D.C. Sekhar, is a director, Alpha Mers Limited, to kindly address this pertinent and very relevant issue. He is an expert and will deal with oil spill management. Mr. Shekhar, please. Thank you, Mr. Shekhar, for excellent keynote address. One thing I have picked up, other things are there, we will talk later, but one thing I should forget. Dear colleagues, future leader, this word is seen for the first time in your tag. Nowhere in the world this tag is seen. So when I say future leader, it means. And that's why we have given much importance, and these experts in my side, they have spent a lot of time on you, invest a lot of time on you. So one thing I have to say, as Mr. Shekhar said, everybody has huge potential, and I have read in some good magazine of management that top people of the world, top leaders of the world, they utilize only 5% of their potential. 5% of their potential, top leader. I am talking of presidents and CEOs and others of the companies and other institutions. So you have huge potential. You don't know today what potential you have. One day you will be CEOs and chairman of some company, but you have to think in that way. So utilize that potential. Have knowledge in each and every field so that will help you in taking decisions at the top positions. So just see that you have potential and there is no doubt in it. So please take care of that. This is your own resource. We don't know at that stage that we have some potential, but this is being told to you in public meeting, in scientific meeting, that you have huge potential, you have to explore. Take decisions. So, with this, I will request a very eminent person who is known in his field, Mr. Banwari Lal, Dr. Banwari Lal, Managing Director, ONGC Terry Biotech Limited, and a very senior director of Terry. Mr. Banwari Lal, Dr. Banwari Lal, with all regards, I will request you to kindly address.
I can control the slides.
This is, no?
Yeah. Open my slides.
यहीं से हो जाए.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Garg Saab, for my introduction. So I think I am going to give a different talk like we had earlier. I am going to talk about the solution of oil spills. And what is the solution? And my talk would be mainly oil spill on land. Right now we have heard about oil spill on sea, but oil spill on land. And why it is important for oil spill management in land? Because in our country, most of oil wells are on onshore, we call on land. And I think many of you must have not seen the oil wells, the youngster. Oil wells are in the farmer's field. And from oil well, oil, water and natural gas, these are coming together. And then from oil well to a central place they call GGS, Group Gathering Center, where they separate oil and water and gas. So there are underground pipelines in the farmer's field. So oil is transferred from oil well to central place processing plant they call GGS. So there is a huge pipeline networking in farmer's field around 1.5 meter deep from the surface. So this type of pipeline networking is huge in oil fields. Apart from this, oil is also transported to refineries in our country. All refineries are onshore. So there are around 20 refineries. So crude oil is transported through pipelines. So, and this is a very common problem. Once the pipeline will rupture, oil spill will occur. So in land, once the oil spill will occur in land, the land will become useless. And soil is very important, which is giving food grain to us. So once the land is spoiled, farmers will become jobless, and then it would be a big problem for our country. So what is the...
Thank you, Dr. Banwari Lal, for extensive presentation on land solution of oil spill. This is through biodegradation, bioremediation, and through the action of bacteria. I will say that Lambor has made an excellent presentation, and they have attached much attention to the training of the personnels, that is effective training, sustainability of oil spill management, waste management, return of equipment, that is end of life cycle, efficient oil spill management, recycling management by Lambor, nodal agency which is in our country is Coast Guard, and they lack R&D facilities. So they are doing no R&D in oil spill management, which is a very crucial subject. So this is one of the pointer to the government of India from this conference. Then technology development, which is very slow. This is natural problem here. We have less than 2% of our budget goes to R&D. Prime Minister is aware on this aspect, and hopefully something will improve drastically in this area. This is one of the major area. Then industry-academia interface. This is a crucial subject. In my ONGC career, I was responsible for this action of ONGC. And I have interacted many universities, many IITs at that time. I'm talking before 2008. So distributed lot of grants with no result. Only thing what I have learned, I will share at this platform, that I'm just giving a simile that somebody will like to eat, if there is an option, pizza. Some will like chole bhature, some will like chana dal and roti, some will like have something else. So what one has to eat, this is his own choice, his or her own choice. You cannot force. What is required by the industry, particular industry, this is responsibility of academia to interact and know what is you require from the menu. They should go with menu. Academia will go with menu, and they will say that this is required, and these are not required. And train these students in a specific area. Then they become leader in that particular area. So this is my experience of 15, 20 years. I have not said yesterday. But this is the experience that what is requirement of industry, who will know it? This is responsibility of academia. They should know it, that in ONGC these are the 3 or 4 things required. Okay? So train all the personals, all the students, or most of the students in that 4 area, if they are interested to go to ONGC. In some other organization, likewise. So this is one of the major drawback what is happening industry academia. This is a good word, but action is lacking. Lot of money is spent by the organizations, but no results. Then contingency plan, policy, multi-agencies are doing the job, and we should have solution-based approach. This is my friend Sanjay Sharma has talked, and creating awareness, that is the responsibility of persons, particularly it is on my shoulders. We will do, other organizations are also doing, but this is my responsibility. This is my choice. I will take care. I will assure you that next time onwards from Lambor, we will have more addresses, particularly in the plenary hall and in keynote addresses, so that a lot of awareness should be created. This is my promise. Then Mr. Shekhar, he has talked about robotics, clean areas and clean tanks, and potential of skill development also. Then Dr. Banwarilal, who is an expert in the solution-based, particularly on oil, bacteria man, and biodegradation and bioremediation solution of on land. With these words, I have to thank all my distinguished panelists on both sides, and also future leaders of this country. Thank you very much for having an interactive mode. Thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen, for a very, very thought-provoking session. And with that, I'll request Anil sir to please give away mentors and honor the key speakers for this session, who gave us a chance for an excellent session. I'd request Dr. Garg to please first felicitate Mr. Sanjay Sharma, Director, Lemor, India.
Thank you.
Please give a big round of applause to all the distinguished guests. Now I'd request Dr. Garg to please felicitate Mr. D.C. Shekhar, Director, Alpha Mares Limited. Thank you so much, Mr. Shekhar. It was a pleasure having you, sir, on this program. And I'll request Dr. Garg to also felicitate Dr. Banwarilal, Managing Director, ONGC Terry Biotech Limited, and Senior Director, Terry. Please, a big round of applause for all the distinguished experts that we had in this session. Thank you so much to all the speakers, the distinguished panel that we had for this session. Thank you so much, Dr. Garg, for chairing the session so wonderfully, and thank you so much, all of you, for having joined us. And with that, we'll slip into a very, very short break. Lunch break, and I'll request all of you to please proceed to the lunch hall, and we'll be coming back at 15:30 hours. I'm sorry, 1400 hours, that is 2 p.m. That is about half an hour from now, and we'll have another very important session lined up. So thank you so much. We'll see you in half an hour to 45 minutes. Thank you so much.
Half an hour only.
Half an hour.
45 minutes.
Sure.